Hello, everyone. I'm Chesnick44, also known as Falai, and welcome to this Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. Last episode, we got a new companion, a tiefling, by the name of Woljif. He's a bit of a rogue, but he should be able to help us out a fair bit. We've done everything that there is here. Time for us to head out, and yes, you will be coming with us. So let's see. This is how we will be traveling once the map loads up. Shouldn't take long. Yes, there we go, the global map. We have all the locations we can go and explore. The Defender's Heart is where we are. We need to go to the Blackwing Library. That's where we should be able to find the Storyteller. The Market Square is a big central area. The Tower of Estrad we need to go to too, and Gwyrm's Mansion at some point in the future. We've also got a few other minor areas. Since it's right here, how about we go take care of the Thiefling's hideout first? A spacious, well-furnished cellar under the hardware store serves as the hideout for Thieflings in the Canabres. This is where the eldest sister Charisme, appointed by the family, conducts the gang's affairs by planning robberies and sharing the loot between the gang members. And of course we can stumble across random things, and we've got some enemies to fight. Oh, we got a shear. Well, you can shoot it.
You've crossed the wrong Yet another obstacle.
I am your
And that's dead. That was easy. Is there anything else behind us? No. Okay. We killed a shear. For what little it mattered. Random Demon is now dead. Alright, continue on. Let's go in. And here we are. The basement is dark and dank, and you are immediately struck by the hostility of the gathered tieflings. 5 of them are kneeling along the walls, separate from the rest. The tall woman who had been cleaning her fingernails with the tip of her knife greets you with narrowed eyes. Brother Woljif, you got my message then. Sorry I couldn't swing by sooner, dear sister Charisme. It was just one thing after another. First I was in shackles, next... Well, no, I was still in shackles, and I was being washed, and then the chief got me out, and I came here straight away. I knew you'd been waiting on me. Enough talking, or else we'll be here all night. So, we had a clear plan. We were going to wait for nightfall, slip into the shop, grab the goods, and leave. Even if the neighbors called the guard, there was time to get away. But what happened? That bitch Irabeth showed up almost right away. She knew we'd be there. Somebody betrayed us, and I have a good idea who it was. What do you have to say to that? Make it quick. Do you think Woljif knows the name of the traitor? Charisme turns to you. She speaks. I thought Woljif only brought you so he'd have someone to hide behind if things went south. Yes, he knows the name of the traitor. Every gang that Brother Woljif has been a part of has very quickly come to an end. Their hideout location was passed to the guards, or their competitors found out where they could ambush them. Woljif is the only one who always comes out smelling of roses. If you think about it, you'll come to the same conclusion as us. I'd have said that meant that Woljif was cursed with finding friends among losers and screw-ups. But now that he's with us, that must mean the curse has been broken. That depends. He was indeed most fortunate to find himself in a party with me. On the other hand, he also ended up in a party with you. The burden of proof lies on the accuser. Woljif doesn't have to prove anything. In a single fluid motion, Charisme adjusts her grip on her knife so that she is now holding it by the blade, as if preparing to throw it. Burden of proof? Are you a city guard or something? I don't know how it is with your lot, but in the family the highest rank is always right. And here, that's me. Canabras is burning. Why are you squabbling here instead of fleeing the city? Charisme purses her lips. I'd be glad to leave like the rest of my brothers and sisters, but in the family there's nothing worse than betrayal, and it's something we do not forgive. We don't forgive anyone who lets traitors off the hook either. If I don't find the rat, my superiors... Let's just say I wish I was burning in... I'll wish I was burning in Canabras. I want to keep living, so I'm going to take a chance. Until I find out who is the traitor here, no one is leaving. Woljif, tell us your side of the story. What happened? Oh, what's there to tell? About a week ago, Sister Charisme got 6 of us together in this very basement. Me and those 5 over there, I mean. Woljif jerks his head toward the 5 tieflings kneeling by the wall. She rounds us up and she says we've got a score. Ancient Trees and Wonder. The one place nobody's ever been able to hit. The place that's guarded by a golem. But now, a powerful scroll that would knock out the golem just happened to come into our possession, along with a tip-off that the shop owner would be gone on a particular night. All 6 of us know a bit of magic, and we know that any enchanted junk will sell for a pretty penny, so we're in. And the most important thing was that none of us was to be hanging about the shop ahead of the job. No casing out the place, no calling attention to ourselves from either the golem or its master. This job was top secret. That's all true so far. Go on. We did everything right, with the locks and the golem. I picked the lock, I remember it clear as day. Sister Dalna was on the lookout, Brother Melrune had the scroll, Duffy, Tavi, and Varner brought the sacks. We covered the windows and lit the torches. I remember scooping up rings and tossing them in a sack, and one right expensive one rolled away from me. I crawled under a table after it, and next thing I knew, Arabeth was there. Everybody scampered, but I was still under the table. Not my finest moment. I was going to wait it out, but then those blockheads were dragging me out by my tail and put me in shackles. They took all my rings off me, about 20,000 worth. And to add insult to injury, I never even found the last one. In the end, I got busted over nothing. So they caught you, poor thing, stripped you of your loot, and you didn't even manage to stash anything. Where is the Moon of the Abyss, Brother Woljif? What's the Moon of the Abyss? It was an amulet. It used to sit on a little cushion in the window of Ancient Trees and Wonders. Sterling silver, sparkled like a star. Fine piece of work. On one side there was a half moon, you know, a crescent, a waning moon. And in the middle there was a dark crystal, like it was eclipsing the moon. Old man Philomen was so proud of that amulet. He used to say, I'll never sell it, it's the jewel of my collection. I used to go there to see what kinds of treasures there were in the world. There's nothing else to look at in Canabras. People used to claim it was a powerful thing, but who's to say? If you ever stole a thing like that, you'd have the guards on you the second you tried to fence it. Everybody knew that you were always hanging around Ancient Trees and Wonders, drooling over the Moon of the Abyss. Did you think you could swipe it in all the commotion and keep it to yourself? Did you hope that we'd all be locked up and you'd get off scot-free, and with a fancy trinket to boot? Don't take me for a mug, Woljif. I see right through you. Why would Irabeth arrest her own informant? Took the words right out of my mouth. It doesn't make any sense. If I was the rat, I'd have kissed her on the hand and been long gone by now. You know me, sister. I'm a cautious fella, not an idiot. Why would I go against the family? So the fish in the cellar can have a nice Woljif-sized dinner? The Moon of the Abyss is a pretty bauble, to be sure, but it's just an amulet. It ain't worth dying over. You knew Irabeth's people would protect you. You knew you could pin the moon going missing on them, and now you've come here with backup. You knew exactly what I was going to say to you. Only problem is nobody's returned the amulet to Philomen. Are you giving Arabeth a cut? Is that it? Have you seen her? Do you think she'd take a cut of anything I offered her? She can't be bought. She's like 3 heralds of Iomedae all rolled into one. He speaks the truth. You'll find some knights who will take bribes, I'm sorry to say, but Irabeth Tirabade isn't one of them. Go on, Woljif. That's the whole sorry story. Some family this turned out to be. It's just a name in the end. In a real family, people take each other at their word. They don't throw around accusations. I didn't take the Moon of the Abyss. What am I gonna do with it? You can't sell it to no crusaders. It's a special item. You can't wear it. It'll get nicked. It's pretty to look at, sure, but it ain't that pretty. If it's that important to you, Sister Charisme, I'll find it. And I'll drag the traitor here by his horns, just so as you don't end up at the bottom of the cellin. But you know what you're gonna owe me for that? An apology. Right here, in front of everyone, you're gonna apologize loud and clear so everybody hears it. You'll say, "Sorry, Woljif, you're a good guy and I was wrong about you." Fine. You're one of my people, which is why I'm going to give you some time. But if you run, Brother Woljif, the family will get you wherever you go. You'll spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder, tossing and turning at night, fearing poison in every cup and every meal. You'll look into the eyes of every tiefling you meet, wondering if the family's come for you. You'll have no peace. But one day, you'll be tired of running. You'll stop to catch your breath. And that is when we'll get you. Got that? You've a way with words, Sister Charisme. A way that almost made me wet myself, but a way nonetheless. Let's go, Chief. We'll go chat to that scary gal Irabeth. She knows you a little. We can ask her who ratted us out. I'll let you do the talking. We'll find the real traitor. And I'll get my apology. Onward to Irabeth, Chief. Let's go clear my good name. Root out the traitor, but be quick about it. Time's running out. I don't want to get chewed up by demons. Yeah, we'll take care of that. Oh, a couple bottles to loot. Ooh, what is this? Lockpicker's Kit 1, +1 bonus on all trickery checks. I will give you that. And I am going to get rid of these, so I don't really use scrolls. Don't really use potions either. You can keep the Cure Light Wounds. I'll put one of these in here. Actually, I guess you probably should have a potion on you. There we go. Charisme drums her fingers nervously on the handle of her blade. Well, are you going to tell me who the traitor is? The name and the Moon of the Abyss that they stole. I don't need anything else. Alright. Let's go speak with Irabeth. So we go back down. Right over to the Defender's Heart. Enter. Okay, from here we head on into the tavern itself. Only takes a moment. Oop. There we go. Oh, Irabeth. There's a traitor I'm trying to track down. Who's your informant among the thieflings? Irabeth arches her brows in surprise. Canabres is threatened by a demon horde, and you have enough spare time to help out thieves? I don't like this, but I hope you know what you're doing. I'll tell you everything I know. I did not see my informant's face. He slipped out of a dark alley, handed me the note, and disappeared. He had a cloak with a hood masking his face, but the horns, the long horns, didn't fit under it. There should be a guardian golem in Ancient Trees and Wonders, the shop they tried to rob. The owner gave us the construct's code word just in case. The golem itself was destroyed, but the head seems to be intact, so you can interrogate the thing and find out what it saw. The code word is Hand of Irori. The shop's owner must have escaped, but there's a chance you'll get lucky with the golem. Alright. Long horns. Well, that's something. Let's see if we can find something in Ancient Trees and Wonders. Ancient Trees and Wonders, right over here. Takes an hour. And in we go. Alright, let's see what we can find around here. There's a scroll.
Hello? Is anyone there?
There's something here.
Someone there.
Free at last. I thought I'd be flattened like a pancake under that rubble. Much obliged. Damn, I'm not in any pain, but my head is so foggy for some reason. What's with all the hubbub in the city? The name's Finian. I'm a Pathfinder. If there's anything I can do to help, I will.
You're a Pathfinder.
That's right, Finian Dismar, Pathfinder and Crusader. I roam around the world wound wherever my tasks lead me. Scouting mostly, but this last while I've just been hanging around in Canabras, waiting until I'm needed again. I'm bored out of my mind, but at least this shop makes for better lodging than some inn.
What I meant was, what are you?
What's that supposed to mean? I just told you. You want to know where I hail from, is that it? Well, I'm from around here, actually. We Helots of the Star-Eye clan fled when the World Wound troubles began. But I couldn't stand by while the demons wreaked havoc, so I came back. Or did you mean to ask about my weapon of choice? My best weapon is every weapon. I'm a skilled and capable fellow, if I do say so myself. I can swing a sword and poke with a spear, but what I am best at is communing with the spirits. They call folks like me Phantom Blades.
A Phantom Blade? What's that?
It's like a spiritualist, but with a twist. It means that some spirit took a liking to me at some point, and it can turn into whatever weapon I need. Handy, eh? I don't need any whetstones or enchantments. Doesn't take up space either. Although, to be fair, it's not a barrel of laughs. The spirits that bestow this kind of power don't come from happy places, and they're not exactly bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. They usually appear after great battles that leave few survivors.
Right, so he doesn't realize what he is. The city is under attack by demons.
Wait, what? The last thing I saw was some thieves breaking in here. And then the guards came, everyone was running around. After that, it's a bit of a blur. Right when things got intense, they dropped the cabinet on me. I couldn't even help the owner. I was just lying under the shelves like a dimwit until you came along. If there are demons in Canabras, we must do something about it. The city needs every blade it can get. Hey, do you mind taking me with you? I don't think I can handle this alone. And besides, the more the merrier.
How did you end up in this shop?
I've been waiting here so long I don't even remember anymore. Just sitting and waiting for any word from the Pathfinders, but it looks like everyone has forgotten about me. The shop owner is an old friend of the Pathfinders, so I've taken up residence here.
Alright, I'll take you with me.
I swear you won't regret it. I can do all sorts of things. Is there anything your party is missing? A sword, a spear, a bow? Just say the word.
Okay, Finian the Talking Weapon. He's a little bit different. Technically, he's a companion, but, the thing with him is, he can become any weapon. I remember in the last game, there were complaints that you might choose a type of weapon to focus on, but for some reason, without realizing it, that weapon almost never showed up. Finian's the solution to that. He can be anything. Also, we can talk to him. Hail to the adventurers! You know, I never regretted following you. Everyone seems to revolve around you, like beavers in a mill wheel. I'll have a lot to write in my report to the Pathfinder Society. Although, thinking about it, it's been a while since I last sent them any reports. I want to talk about you. Sure, go ahead. Although I haven't really done anything noteworthy yet. Do you realize that you're a weapon? What kind of question is that? I mean, sure, the clerics keep going on about every crusader being a weapon of Iomedae, but I don't speak of myself in fancy words like that. I'm just a lad with 2 arms, 2 legs, and more freckles than I'd like. I choose where to go and whom to fight for. I don't want to be someone's weapon, you hear? Eredin is dead, now everybody decides their own fate. How did you become a Pathfinder? I've always wanted to be one, ever since I was a kid. I remember I'd go out to the edge of the village at sunset and then just keep walking until I got tired or someone dragged me back by my ear. It was like something was drawing me away from home. My clan wasn't the nomadic kind. Before the wound opened, the idea of traveling anywhere would never have crossed the minds of many in the clan. They were content with their community or their patch of land. But I had always wanted to see what lay beyond that bend in the road, over that familiar hill, beyond the horizon. My father, he wanted to teach me to be a shaman like him, but as soon as I came of age, I was off looking for the Pathfinder Society. And I found it, in Iz, after 3 weeks of travel on foot. I passed their trials, and they accepted me. My father hasn't spoken to me since, but that's alright. Once he hears of my great deeds, he'll come around. Someday. All I wanted was to rush off to some faraway land and find a treasure trove no one else had discovered yet. But I knew I had a duty to Sarkoris. Then the wound opened, the demons, the havoc. In the end, I never went anywhere. But as soon as things calm down, I'm setting off to explore Aslant. I've already decided. Great ancient ruins, that's my kind of life. Being surrounded by the wreckage here is depressing, as I'm sure you know. Do you remember anything from before you ended up in Canabras? There was uncertainty in Finian's voice. I mean, a lot of things happen. I remember how happy everyone was when the Wardstone was placed in Canabras. That was some celebration. And I remember when the cultists took me, cut down my whole party, and dragged me to their ringleader. Don't know his name, everyone just called him the Bladesmith. But after that, my memory is all fuzzy. For some reason, he didn't sacrifice me or anything, just knocked me around. Said he'd been looking for a phantom blade for a long time. I don't remember why. How I escaped, what I did, can't remember that either. Some crusader picked me up in the wound, brought me to Canabras, and that's where I stayed, licking my wounds. Maybe there was a mix-up and now they think I'm dead? Why else would none of them contact me this whole time? The Wardstone, you say? What you're describing happened decades ago. That's rich. Next, you're going to tell me I've been sleeping for decades. Last year, that was. Well, maybe the year before last. I couldn't have been wandering the wound that long. I would have been either dead or an old geezer by now. Nah, quit messing with me. You have a fox's sense of humor, my friend. Thought you'd play a joke on me? I have never met any fox folk before, but now I'll know to be on my guard around your kin. Finian, you need to understand you're not human anymore. Finian's voice sounds concerned. Hey, are you feeling alright? Maybe you need to have a lie down? I'm standing right in front of you. Poke me if you like. As human as they come. Or do you think my travels have worn me down so much I've become an animal? Not happening. My folks taught me to stay human, always, no matter the circumstances. To remember who I am, and never to shame my ancestors. Are you still able to commune with spirits? Maybe I can, only they don't want to answer me. I'm still a spiritualist, a phantom blade. My power is within me, but I have this feeling like I'm separated from the spirit world by some kind of transparent wall. I keep knocking, but no one can hear me. I think... I guess all the Bladesmith's torture did a number on me. He broke something inside. Tell me about the Pathfinder Society. Oh, well, sometimes folk curse our names, calling us opportunists who just want to line our pockets, but that's only part of it. We're travelers, explorers, solvers of mysteries, and fighters of evil. I mean, good coin hasn't hurt anybody yet, but for folks like me, it's not what matters most. We're curious to see the world, play a part in everything, stick our noses everywhere. Getting into our circle isn't easy. First, you must prove that you can endure any place you're sent to, that you won't shy away or flee. That's why you'll never catch a long line of applicants outside any society lodge. Every lodge has a venture captain, and if they approve your application, you're in. And there are many lodges all over the world, but the main one, the Grand Lodge, is located far away in Absalom. I've never been there myself, but I've heard a lot of stories about it, and about the Decemvirate that governs all Pathfinder affairs there. Alright, and I would like to see you as a longsword. You become Cold Iron Ghost Touch +1, which is very good. It says identified, but it's a Ghost Touch. And this longsword can go to you. Okay. Some scrolls have been torn apart and some have been trodden on by muddy boots. The polished oak shells once showcased magic rings and amulets. Now all that's left are the grubby handprints of the robbers.
No, what is that?
Oh! Loot in the corner here.
Follow
A gold ring. Might have been the one Woljif was looking for. Take that. Take that. Take that. And I know what that is. A pipe fox. Provides a +3 insight bonus on knowledge arcana and a +2 insight bonus on perception checks. Oh, neat. It appears on there. Alright, you, come on out. There we go. And now we have a second thing. Alright. And while I would look over here, I think I'm going to need to end the episode here, actually. Next episode, we'll see if we can find some more info about this place to try and help Woljif. Till then, I'm Chestic44, also known as Fly. That is me, Sela, Camellia, Woljif, and Lan. This has been a Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous, and I shall see you all next time.